I had one examiner in my life. I was asked the question, what is self-government, when I was in college in the first year. And I must tell you that was the one paper about which I had read least. And I was very hesitant what I will do. And if in our examination system, if you fail in one paper, you fail in all papers. It's a barbaric system. Therefore, examination system is not so good. If you fail in one paper, you fail completely. And this is the one subject about which I had not read much. And I was asked to write on self-government. There are 5 questions to be answered. And I was still an innocent boy of 15 years, and I did not know so much of the regimentation of examination system, and I felt free to write on self-government, and I took all the 3 hours in answering only one question instead of 5 questions. And when I came out of the examination hall, somebody told me, have you attempted all the questions? And then I remembered, my Lord, I took only one question, I took all the 3 hours and wrote only one. So he said, then you are bound to fail now. And I had such a fright, I said, my Lord, I will fail now. I did not write to my father as to how I had done in my examinations. I waited till my examination result came, and lo and behold, I had got 98% marks in this paper. 98% marks in this paper. And what had I written? Nothing from my textbook. I had written, in answer to self-government, a dialogue between soul and nature. This was, I felt so much inspired. At the age of 15, I was, reading so much literature on soul and things of that kind. I had simply written a dialogue. It was not only an answer of the ordinary kind, in which you write the introduction and then development and then the conclusion and final resume and all that. Nothing of the kind which all the teachers teach you. That if you want to have an examination, always start at the introduction. Then you develop your points and then write elucidation and then you come to a conclusion and then at the end you write a resume. This is called a very good classical answer to a question. I did nothing of the kind. I don't know what had happened in those 3 hours. I rose completely in answer to the self-government, and I wrote a dialogue between soul and nature, in which nature wants to bind the soul, and soul wants to be liberated from nature. And this movement of liberating from nature is what I call the movement of self-government. So I said self-government is the movement of the soul to liberate itself from nature. This was my whole answer basically. But I had written in the form of a dialogue where nature is trying to capture the soul and says you cannot come out of it. And the soul says, no, I want to come out of you. It was a dialogue. And 3 hours I had taken to write this dialogue. And my examiner was like that good examiner. And I got the prize in this, actually, where I had complete diffidence that I would fail now. It is because of this high mark that I really got very high percentage ultimately in the examination. So I always feel that examinations by themselves are not bad. You should have examinations. Everybody should have examinations. It is wrong to say don't exam. Not at all. Why should you not have examinations? But examinations should be of different kind, not the present kind of examination. Once I had asked this question to the mother, and she had said examinations are and will be. This was her answer. Examinations are and will be. But examinations should be real examinations. That is the first answer. Examinations should be real examinations. What does it mean? And she said, a silly mechanical mind passing examination and that too with flying colors is an absurdity. And this is what happens at present. Our examinations are of such a nature that a silly mechanical mind writes an answer to an examination and gets flying marks. So mother said, in elucidation of it, examination should be real examination and should not allow any pretense. This is the important point. It should really examine. If you really know, it is not reproduction of memorized things that you write down and you say, now I know. No. Examination should be of such a nature that it does not allow any pretense. It should be of such a question should be put that your real knowledge can alone answer it. Mere memorizing will not help you. So mother said examination should be real examination and should not allow pretense. Then she said, examination should come to a student only when he is ready for it. There is another condition which is very important. At present, examinations are already announced. On such and such a date, examination will take place. And everybody has to run up. Prepare, memorize, read, mug up. This is completely wrong. Every student should read calmly, quietly, with full understanding. Let him take his own time. When he is ready, he should say to the teacher, I am now ready, and ask me. And you will find that when you are ready and the questions are asked, you'll be very happy. It should be a joyous exercise. It happens. When a teacher comes and asks a question, and if you know the answer, how readily you want to answer. You say, yes, I want to answer. So, examination should come to you only when you are ready for it. Finally, mother said, examination should be given to each individual according to his need. Now this is very important, according to his need. And there are many kinds of needs, Examination can be a matter of amusement. That may be your need. There are many kinds of games that you like to play. And there are also examinations. Many games are only examinations. Even when you are asked to make words out of so many letters which are given to you and you say, now fill up the blanks. It's an examination, but it's fun. So examination can be a game and that may be your need. You may like to bubble with ideas and you may like to have amusement and you should tell the teacher, give an examination, I want to play. That may be your need. Examination may be also for your own self-knowledge. You want to be sure whether you understood. You may think that you understood, but you want to be sure that you understood. It's not to pass or fail, not at all. Usually examinations are only to declare you whether you pass or fail. It is barbaric. Not at all. Examinations must only to give you self-assurance. You thought that you knew, now I examined you and I am now giving you certainty that you really know. And what a tremendous assurance it is. You go forward, immediately you jump into the next step. When you know that you already learned, you have mastered, and you can go forward. Thirdly, examination may be a stimulation to move forward. Suddenly a teacher comes and says, give me the meaning of Dharma. I'm only giving the example of the present day. Now it is not to examine you. I know that you do not know the meaning of Dharma. But I'm just asking you the question, give me the meaning of Dharma. It is to set you thinking. It is to stimulate. To put questions in your mind so as to incite you to. So examination can be given also to stimulate you to learn further.